Hello and welcome to another episode of Grind Slime TV with me, your host, Aaron. And today we're talking about the Black Doom Metalers, Goatlord. Oh yeah, look at that beauty. Reflections of the Solstice. Artwork by Chris Moyen, who we mentioned the other day, remember, in the old imprecation video? Oh yes, oh yes. Now, before we get to the beautifulness, let's address the ugliness. Yes, the guitarist was an awful, awful, awful man. He hosted very dodgy porn sites, which I can imagine you can, yeah. And he also murdered a woman and her child before killing himself. However, all because he's a piece of shit doesn't mean the rest of them are, and we're here for the music, okay? It's the same goes for NSBN, all that sort of stuff. All because you listen to these assholes' music doesn't mean you support their views. If that was the case, then I would also be supporting Napalm Death's views, which, you know, some aren't bad, but I'm not into the whole open every border and stop eating animals thing. I'm not a vegan or anything. So it doesn't make me say just because I listen to Napalm Death. So listening to this doesn't mean I support child murder and homicide and stuffs. But it is what it is, It sucks. It's terrible. I don't condone it, but I don't see, with all that aside, what it has to do with this record in particular, which is an absolute masterpiece. It's got those crazy sort of like electric drum kit thing going on that I love so much, as you know, as I mentioned yesterday in Rotten Christ's video. Oh, yes, go check that out if you haven't seen it yet. There's not a lot to it, but I don't know what to tell you. I'm a simple man with simple needs, you know what I mean? And look at this, look. Talk about that full colour Chris Moyen artwork. Get a load of this. The original artwork. Oh, mate, I'm all about that. Look at that. Look at him. He's having a nibble on his bone. Yeah. And not in a sexual way. Children. Look at that alternative logo, which I think is sick. Look at that. Oh, yeah. I mean, this one's cool. Don't get me wrong, I like it. I like that sort of jagged, thorny, what is it? But that is just, oh yeah, that's a bit of me, that is. All the lyric sheet there. Have another look at that original artwork. Look. This is why I wish Chris Moyen would be utilised more with his full colour work, because he's usually known for doing like werewolves and goat men, wielding various weapons and doing various things to young Jesus, as he is right there. Look, got a werewolf with pinning Jesus to the floor, no doubt for something fruity. And for you vinyl heads, because I know how much you like your colourful stuff, get a load of this. Oh yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Now a lot of people are like demos only when it comes to Goatlord, which is totally fine. I get why, and not a lot of people like the electric drum sound like I do. But for me, I just think it's cracking. And also the good thing about this album too is that a little tidbit for you is that originally Mitch Harris from Napalm Death was the original vocalist. Went in the studio, recorded all the vocals and everything. But then Ace Steele, that guy in his little Bathory shirt, check him out. He came and he joined the band. They re-recorded the vocals, but they kept a load of Mitch Harris's vocals on certain tracks as well, like Acid Orgy, Sacrifice, Underground Black Church. No, Underground Church. Yeah, sorry. Not Black Church. Why did I say that? Who knows? Who cares? But yeah, so you still got Mitchy Boy on there doing backing vocals on those tunes, and it's a great album all round. Chicken Dance, Decrepit Birth, not Decrepit, the Distorted Birth, not Decrepit Birth. That was a that was And Time Begins. But yeah, this is a fantastic album. It's moody. It's not slow all the way through. It still comes in with its thrash beats every now and then. There's no like blasting or anything like that. It's just nice, dirty sounding, simple music. you know. Got hair in my mouth, which I love. You know what I mean? This is kind of like mortician for occult stoners in a way. Just really, really great fun. I love it. It sets a nice mood. Good Halloween music, I reckon. But if you are a demos only kind of guy, you've got The Last Sodomy of Mary, which is a great little compilation. You can see the poster right there behind me. And again, it's got the Goatlord there, look, like he's on the front cover doing his thing. He's got Jesus with him. You don't mind. There's Mary over there, look. Look at that, you can see her chesticles. Oh, yes, we like boobies, don't we? Right. Look, goats! Goats! Another logo. Look at that one. Got a bit of a Venom vibe going on. I can dig that. I can dig that. Love me a bit of Venom. Now, this was supposed to be their second album. So it's got the songs on here. So from, yeah, I'm guessing there was 8 songs that were supposed to be on here for the second album, but it never got done. So this is just the demos collected that was going to be the second album put onto a compilation. Now, the first 4 songs right there are fantastic. In fact, they could fit right on Reflections of the Solstice. If it weren't for the fact that they've got, this is acoustic drums, if it weren't for that, it would fit on there perfectly. But to be honest, they could even just bring out a 12-inch of the first 4 songs, like a single-sided mini LP, maybe a nice etching on the other side, and I'd buy that. Everyone would buy that, wouldn't you? Now, this on the sides 3 and 4, because this is a double LP, well, kind of, but we'll get to that. They're basically, you know, re-record other recordings of these first sets of songs, which works out for me pretty well because my version, when it turned up, only had 1 disc. Yes. So that pissed me off, as you can imagine. But that wasn't due to Nuclear War Now Productions, who brought out both of these reissues, which is fantastic. Now, I bought it from a third-party seller on eBay, and they never got back to me about the missing disc, so what can you do? But I'll find it one day. I always get my way. Always. So we've got some really cool stuff here, and some of these are radio spots too. And one in particular, it says on the back here, Slayed Necros Sacrificed. Now, Slayed Necros is 2 members of Goatlord replaced by another guy who's from another band. The band, I can't remember which one it was, but yeah, there was that band practice. One couldn't make it. They had a mate there anyway, so they just mucked about, and they only had an acoustic guitar on them, so they drove it through a distortion pedal. They came up with this song, and within that hour, they also recorded it there at the band practice space. And that night, they sent it to their mate who runs a radio station, and he played it on that very evening. And it's got the recording itself's also got the cool radio, like DJ introduction, and it's also got a, let's see here, Unholy Black Slut as well as another radio recording session. It's just, it's got a really sort of, for those who like the word cult kind of feel about it, you know. So I mean, I don't know if they wrote Sacrifice on the spot because even the DJ says it's their version of the song Sacrifice, which is also on this bad boy with the backing vocals from old Mitch. So it must have been one of those, we learned it and then recorded it sort of deals, I imagine. But really cool records. Nuclear War Now always does an awesome job when he puts these things out. I mean, look at that, it's got the gatefold action going on. And you know how much I love that gatefold action. Oh yes. It's got all those little liner notes there telling you some history. But then it's also got, here's in this one, a nice big booklet as well, which we like. Oh yes, boobies again for those of you who are inclined. And look at this sort of stuff it comes with. Little stories, great photos. It's got like zine appearances and like ads that would be put in like various zines from the time. Oh yeah, more photos there. It's got a whole bunch of goodies in it. It's only on black vinyl, which, you know, is absolutely fine by me. I love black vinyl. But those of you who are like, no, coloured or nothing, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it is what it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is Goatlord. They've got some demo compilations as well that I believe Hell's Headbangers put out. I think it was a double disc with all the demos and like rehearsals and stuff. I haven't got that. It's every time I try to get hold of it, it slips through my clutches. So, bit of a pain. But we'll get there in the end, because like I mentioned before, I always get my way. So keep it metal, keep it underground. See you tomorrow.